Hello, good morning and good evening, whenever you're watching this. This is episode number 2 of the podcast with myself, Gavin, and Jack. Jack, do you want to say something, buddy?
No, I wasn't planning on.
Oh, okay. And for this episode of the podcast, we are actually joined by a guest. His name's Nathaniel. Nathaniel, would you like to introduce yourself? The one sentence.
Alright. My entire existence is only to make memes, to be a shitty person in general.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Okay. That seems very cool. So, just jumping right into it. Nathaniel, how did you meet Jack? Our lovely man here, Jack.
Alright. It was quite interesting. Think 5th grade, playing Minecraft with Tyler and Aiden. And, Aiden's like, I'm gonna add this random boy named Jack. And that's how I knew Jack.
That's actually really interesting that you say that, because last podcast, Jack and I were talking about the whole reason we met was because of the Pixel Bros. Were you ever a part of the Pixel Bros, or do you know what that was?
I know what that was. I wasn't really a part of it.
Yeah.
I know of
Yeah, but the whole goal was just to play Minecraft and make YouTube videos, and that's how I met Jack as well. So if it had not been for Minecraft, none of us would have
Sure.
met. Jack, what did you first think of Nathaniel when you met him?
I don't remember anything from before ninth grade about Nathaniel.
Nice. The only thing I remember about Nathaniel before ninth grade was that he he sounded like a character from Monsters Inc. Oh, I can't remember what the name of it was, but he sounded just like him, and so I knew him as the kid that sounded like the character from Monsters Inc.
Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, that kid. Jesus. How'd you meet me, Nathaniel?
I think it was somewhat of the same way, but we knew people that knew you. Like, I knew Bruce and Kevin and Aiden before you, Gavin, but you knew them before me. So, like, we kind of just intertwined.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't really start becoming friends, you and I, until like 8th grade, ninth grade,
Yeah.
somewhere in that range, about the start of high school. And we were just kind of acquaintances. And then, just like in this past year, you and I have become
Close.
really, really close.
We
That's
come up, but
That's because of football,
true.
the legend of the McDowell Island. Is that a
We
story
don't-
Is that a story you want to tell right now, or
No. It's private story.
private story? All right, all right.
The few chosen.
Yep, of course. So, obviously Justin. I'm just gonna jump into. I just want to talk about Twitch, because we talked about YouTube for last podcast. So might as well just go on Twitch. So Justin, he's getting pretty big on Twitch, and you kind of started streaming a little bit. I mean, you started. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. You made like a overlay for your channel, and you really started like upping the quality. Is streaming something like that you actually really want to do?
If I had, like, the general tension of actually being able to put myself on the internet, yeah.
Oh well, you're doing that right now.
Well, yeah.
True, you are doing that.
But,
That is something you were doing.
it's generally something I enjoy. Like, seeing all these people just random people just hanging out, just having a good time playing a game. It's like, shit, I want to do that.
Yeah, that's true. I feel that. Also, I don't know if I ever told you this, but you can swear on this podcast. I don't care.
Can't.
No, you're allowed to. You may.
Alright, so we're gonna drop the. No, I'm not.
No,
Do
but
it?
one of the main things, if you if you are in a setting such as this and you tell people to put a filter on and filter what they say, then you're not truly getting the experience.
Yeah.
So, just say whatever you want, and I'm gonna say whatever I want. But if obviously something too bad comes up, it could just be edited out in post or
Yeah.
censored.
If you say anything we don't like, we are going to censor you.
Yeah. If you say any hate speech directly towards us, it's just not getting in the final cut. and if you make fun of Jack, you're never gonna get invited back.
I wasn't. Okay, so the giant. Oh, never mind. Yeah, well, this is my only episode, guys. Okay.
All
Take it
right.
down.
Nice knowing you guys. That's the wrap.
So Jack, would you ever start streaming on Twitch if the opportunity presented itself?
No,
Why?
I don't like streaming. I think I would go from. I would go to if I were just like happen to be world famous. I'd stream on Twitch.
Would you
But I would
rather
not
make
start
YouTube
on
videos
Twitch.
though?
Yeah, if I had to pick one.
Because I hear a lot of people saying that YouTube's a bit too professional. That they'd rather just stream because it's a lot more intimate and you can have an audience you can interact with more.
The thing with Twitch, there is zero discoverability. Let's go.
Yeah, that's true. The people that are on
I
the
stream
front
on
page.
Twitch for 14 years consistently. Got 8 viewers. That's me.
Yeah, because there's no real there's a front page, but the front page is usually the people with the highest viewer count in popular
And usually,
games.
and usually the ones that are like Twitch affiliated.
Yeah, like you were just saying, Jack. What'd you see when you went to the front page of Twitch before we started?
I just thought it was kind of funny. Pokemon's on the front page, but she's watching herself.
It's just literally recycled content.
Yeah, I don't know why. I
mean,
just
I'm watching it right now.
opened Twitch and saw, let me watch my own video.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've streamed a couple times, but I don't know. Streaming is such a different animal to making
Yeah.
YouTube
That
videos.
also, when you roll up and you have 0 viewers on Twitch, and you're like, let me act like I have viewers this whole time. And you're really just
Yeah.
sitting there talking to nobody, and you're like, wow, I'm having so much fun.
Yeah, that's the issue that I'm having right now. But I mean, I enjoy the creative freedom of sitting down in an editing software with some footage and making it into something that I think is funny and I enjoy, and then sending it to you guys or putting it on YouTube or something like that for my friends to laugh at. But streaming it's live, buddy. You got one chance. If it's not funny the first time, then it's not going to be funny ever.
yeah.
Some people are good at that, but I don't know. Plus I'm not very good at many games. I'm not good at any games. So it's hard to grow an
Me too.
audience. It's hard to grow an audience completely based off your personality on Twitch if you're not good at a game to begin with.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
If it's not Fortnite, League of Legends, CS:GO, Overwatch, or
Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare, yeah, we're not gonna be big on Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that I like more about YouTube than Twitch. There's so many more categories. You can be big. You can make whatever content you personally enjoy, and you can become popular for that specific thing. It doesn't have to necessarily be just games. Like there's tons of channels that are popular just for publishing, just like facts and I don't know, makeup and stuff like that. Stuff that you typically wouldn't see, well, you wouldn't actually see ever on Twitch, because those videos take a lot longer to make, and you need a longer time to actually produce them. You can't just make them live.
It's kind of like the ASMR channels on Twitch. Like they're a thing, but it's like holy.
No. Dude, ASMR is so weird. I really don't understand it. Are either of you two ASMR people?
No.
I watch it here and there as like a joke. Like if I can't fall asleep, I'm like okay, just turn
Let me crack out the ASMR.
yeah,
The
pretty
big guns.
Okay.
Like it doesn't. The tire thing is like it doesn't work on me, but it's like it's relaxing video of someone doing something. Okay.
Yeah.
Nap time.
I'm not trying to come after your whatever you do when I'm making fun of ASMR. I'm just really interested, and I don't understand it, so I want to learn more about it. So, what exactly are there different categories or sensations or whatever it is?
From what I can tell, there's different sensations that you can get from different like different objects. like some people can get off to the sound of
Get off. Oh, yikes.
like this, like that can get that those trigger people,
Yeah.
and then like Plastic Bag can do that, like, and then whole genre thing. Like there's people who make like card videos. There's people who do role play videos. There's
So,
people who just talk in the mic and talk about what kind of shoes they have. You know,
so the whole appeal is to use, like, auditory sensations to put someone in a relaxed state, I guess?
pretty much.
Is it
I
is it a breach of privacy to ask you personally what you like to go for?
I mean, it's like you're asking me about porn.
Oh,
Um,
believe me, we'll get to that. No, I'm kidding.
oh,
True. Get
oh,
ready.
so my first favorite. No, I'm kidding. Um, no, like I watch like unintentional, like so it's like people who don't try to do it, but it happens to work. Like,
So, how would that work? They wouldn't be, like, sitting in
like,
front of a microphone with, like,
well, it's not like they're intentionally sitting there and doing unintentionally, but like people doing card tricks, like
oh, yeah.
yeah,
So,
like doing in slow motion card tricks, like it works.
yeah, so they're not sitting
People,
there whispering into a mic, but they're, like, shuffling a deck of cards and doing a
yeah,
bridge. Well, that's
yeah.
cool.
Sometimes going back to the card thing, like sometimes they role play as like casino people, so they have like blackjack, solitaire, poker, you know, just just casual stuff. I'm not like a big person into it.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like, oh, it exists.
Yeah, I understand that. That's actually
I'm
really
not,
interesting, because I've always been the person that whenever someone's like, "Oh, I listen to ASMR," or uh, like going back to Justin. Justin's an ASMR guy. Um, I
he's
just
like an
find it.
everything
I've never really understood it, and I've always just dismissed it as something that's really weird. So actually, to hear it from someone and have them actually explain it to me and understand a little bit more, that actually is it's
I
actually pretty
mean,
interesting.
there is stuff about it that is weird. Like,
Yeah,
don't get me
obviously.
wrong, but like it gets a bad rap from a lot of people, and that's understandable because you have your own opinions and stuff, and then it just turns into
Yeah.
just garbage, you know.
All right, so I want to switch gears real quick because Jack has this video. Have you seen this ice cream truck fight video, Nathaniel?
No, I haven't.
All right, Jack. Yeah, could you find the link and
Let me-
post it in the chat?
Yeah.
This this video is one of the best things I've ever seen. I don't know if I can show the video on the podcast on the screen. I don't think I will. But we're gonna describe it. We're gonna watch it and describe it once Jack pulls up the link. But
YouTube deleted it.
YouTube deleted it.
No, I don't know.
All right.
I would be surprised. Just massive buzzkill.
Yeah. Okay.
It's on Reddit.
Yeah, it's on Reddit. So wait, let me.
Oh, I hate the name of it.
Yeah. So let me just wait. Let's see if I can't. Okay. So, are you watching the video now?
Yeah. What the heck is
Okay.
going on?
So, the people listening right now can't see this, but it is a giant street brawl that is taking place between a lot of people, and there is an ice cream truck just sitting behind them, and it's playing music. And the humor of the video is that it's just this ice cream truck blaring music on top of this just violence. it's just one of my favorite videos I've ever seen. Nathaniel, can I get your reaction to this video?
It's definitely very funny. On.
Dude, the one guy pulls out a baseball bat. It's just-
Yeah, I saw the bat coming. I'm like, oh shit, you go back in.
yeah, It's just everyone fighting, and the camera pans over, and there's just an ice cream truck just sitting there. That's, Jack showed me that video, I think sometime last week, and it's just easily one of my favorite videos I've ever seen. It's just so... Oh gosh. It's just very interesting. It's clearly something. Just very violent graphic scene juxtaposed with this ice cream truck rolling through their neighborhood. Jack, where'd you even find that video?
Reddit.
Okay, nice. I think I've already heard your instant reactions to seeing that video, but I mean, like, you deconstruct it a little bit.
Hello?
I asked, could you deconstruct the video a little bit? What's going on, man?
Were you not talking to Nate?
I was talking to you.
Nate, why don't you answer that question?
What? I wasn't paying attention. I was watching the rest of the fights that are on this Reddit.
True.
Yeah, the subreddit Jack found this on is a subreddit that's dedicated to fights. So yeah, Nate's just scrolling through. That's a funny video though. I can't show it on the screen because there's some it's just very violent, but
Yeah.
oh god, it's funny. It's I hope I'm describing it well to these people that can't see it, but it's just a very large group of people, and they're fighting in a very suburban neighborhood, and there is an ice cream truck peacefully rolling in the background, and it's playing its music over this this fight. Oh man, that's I love that video. Jack, do you have any other videos or memes you could show us? You've been saving up?
I could probably find one.
Oh, dude, what about see if you can find the alone one. I'll see what Nathaniel thinks of that one. Yeah, but Jack saves a bunch of these memes on Reddit. Yeah, I'd love to use them. Okay, so the meme is on the screen now. And I want to get your reaction to it, Nate.
Hold on, where is it?
It's in the Skype chat.
Oh god. This is an attack on myself. So
Oh.
I mean, alone. What are the pros? Alone. What are the cons? Alone. That is a very good meme. I very much enjoy that.
I feel like I'm gonna cry now.
Oh my goodness gracious. Pros alone, cons alone. That's kind of how it be, though.
It's true.
Like, you're chilling, you're just sitting in your house alone, and you're enjoying the peace and quiet, but at the same time, you just have this constant feeling of, man, I'm sitting alone in my house right now. Oh, Jack posted another meme. You are no longer welcome.
Okay, so this podcast has turned out of hand.
This is a meme, dude. I said
It's turned to how do we meet to the
Meme.
ice fight to meme review.
dude, wait, is that a tear in his eye?
Yeah, dude, he's crying.
You
He
are
can't come back.
You are no longer welcome. Dude,
Stop.
I would love for this to be like a normal section on the podcast where we just bring out memes. There was kind of a meme last podcast, Nate. You didn't watch it, but we went on Donald Trump's Twitter, and there was a very poorly photoshopped picture of Bernie as a ventriloquist puppet with Vladimir Putin as the ventriloquist that he retweeted, and we deconstructed it for about 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, did you guys hear that Warren's out of the race now?
Oh, this is a political podcast now? Yes, I did hear the
Finally.
Warren's out of the race.
Yeah, finally.
Did Warren endorse anybody, as she
As far as I'm aware, at this moment, she has not.
Warren endorse. She
She
won't
will most,
endorse immediately.
no, she will wait a while. Um,
Yeah,
she will most likely.
she's most like, I don't know.
She probably will end up giving support to Sanders.
It all depends on if she gets any offers for positions from either of them. At the end of the
Wait,
day.
True.
why is this what?
Yeah, both of them are going to be probably offering her cabinet positions if she endorses them. So it's just a matter of who gives her the better deal. She probably doesn't care
If,
who wins.
yeah, if she endorses Biden, Biden's the automatic winner. Like, there's just
I don't. Yeah, I guess so.
the nominee. Yes, presidential is a whole different,
Yeah.
a
I'm
whole
not
different
sure.
ballgame.
The fact that she stayed in so long shows that she doesn't have a clear candidate she wants to endorse. Like Pete dropped out earlier, said he could endorse Biden because he knew that he wanted to endorse Biden.
Same with Klobuchar as well. They
Yeah,
both dropped out before Super Tuesday because they knew they weren't going to win,
yeah, and they wanted to endorse Biden to help Biden win. So
and it did because Biden won 10 out of the 13 states.
yeah, Warren stayed because she doesn't really care that much who
She
wins.
she thought she would have had more of a chance, but
I guess I don't know. It certainly is a mess. Not
see,
a,
it was.
not as
Sorry,
much of a mess as East Asia right now though.
well, that's a different story.
Oh gosh, dude, this. Let me tell you. Have any of your teachers started like adding procedures to their classroom because of coronavirus that are just crazy?
Yes, actually,
Really?
not like a procedure. Well, like this is like a funny joke. Right?
Yes.
So someone coughed.
I'm gonna censor that name, by the way.
Yeah, someone coughed in our class, and she was asking, did you cough in your hands? Did you cough in your, how you originally do it? And he said jokingly his hands. She immediately runs over, grabs the biggest bottle of hand sanitizer I ever seen before, and she's like giving him like 3 squirts of it. I'm like, oh god. And we were all deciding like coronavirus. I'm like, okay,
That is such a thing to do.
no censor.
Yeah, that's such a censored thing to do.
Yeah.
um, that's really funny though. Along the same vein, in my PE class, whenever we're done doing like class for the day or any activities, he makes us go to the sinks and wash our hands to quote prevent the spread of disease. Which, I mean,
Big brain.
yeah, it's crazy. Like he actually brought us into the locker room like 2 minutes early, because he wanted us to line up and wash our hands in the sink. Which I mean is not a bad thing, especially because it's flu season, and I'm a lot more afraid of the flu than I am of the freaking coronavirus. But it's still just like, come on, man.
I mean, did you hear that our school is like having like personal consultants about this thing?
What's going on?
So, pretty much, I know you're probably gonna censor that, but
Yeah.
he's getting professional like opinions from health people
Oh, Jesus Christ.
about if ever the case would be that corona would come to the school, what they should do. That's only a big if.
You know this whole thing's BS, though, right?
I mean, yeah, but like, I mean, it's nice that he's considering the option of actually listening instead of doing something the exact moment it happens.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I get the idea that people aren't afraid of this thing, but it still kills people. Like there is still
it does kill It does still kill people. But I'm one of the skeptics. Not the skeptics like, oh, it's made by the government for population control, but one of the skeptics where it's just like, dude, this thing really is not that bad.
It's it's blown out of proportion.
It is
Yes,
way blown out of proportion.
it is, but like there is genuine fear with this, and I don't blame people for being scared of it. But
Yeah.
I'm also not like
Like 10 years ago, H1N1 killed thousands of Americans and many more across the world, and it seemed like, people were just kind of whatever about it. I mean, obviously they were scared, but they weren't like. I feel like,
overreacting out of it.
yeah, I feel like this is such an overreaction. Only at this point, as of March 5th, only like 86,000 people have gotten the disease, and less than 4,000 have
Um,
died.
I just checked it when I was checking the Warren thing. They said about 92,000.
92,000 have gotten the disease. Well,
Confirmed cases at the moment.
I know that on Sunday, there were 60 cases in the U.S., and now, as of March 5th, 2020, the time we're
It's
recording
done.
this podcast, there's 100, according to the CDC. But
Yeah,
it's
but
it's
this
still just like, dude, it's oh my gosh, it just shows, this whole situation shows how little people know about anything.
well,
Like,
yeah.
I'm hearing people in my classes that are saying like they're afraid to leave their houses and stuff like that because of this thing, which is
Uh,
like, oh, yikes. Like,
like there's not any cases of corona in PA at the current moment. The closest it's been is in upper New Jersey. Upper New Jersey.
yeah,
Not
near
even
near New
US.
York City.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of the cases are coming from New York because of that one person who was kind of infected like 10 people in New York.
Yeah, but it's ugh. It's it's not that dangerous. If one of if one of us would contract the coronavirus, COVID-19 would be the scientific term for sneezing and coughing.
Yeah.
But it's got a disease is a 6% mortality rate right now as of March 5th. Just about.
There's also I saw a thing that it apparently had mutated at one point.
Well, of course it's going to
Yeah.
mutate.
It's
You've
apparently has
got,
already
as your cells divide right now in your body, some of them are mutating.
yeah, but the one strain which is the more deadly one, the one that initially started in China, they said that it is a lot more it's a lot stronger than the other one and more prevalent, but the other one is a less dangerous like how it's not like killing people. And they're kind of determining like, where when at what time had it mutated and you know
Jack, weren't you reading something that said they're working on a vaccine?
Yeah.
what do they say, like a year?
I'm pretty sure they said they were going to be ready to start human testing in April. And also,
So
there's a lot of
it's even closer than before.
people are like, "What's up, guys? Warmer weather's gonna help too."
Yeah, that's true. Because once people aren't cramped together in buildings because of the cold, then it'll help.
Yeah.
Because people are going to spread out more, spend a lot more time outside, spend a lot more time just away from insides of buildings, where there's a lot of people congested. Said all diseases that are spread, that are contagious, are going to be less. That's why the flu doesn't go rampant in the middle of July, because no one's cooped up in their houses, really. A lot of people spend
Because
time outside in July.
everyone's outside,
Yeah,
actually having lives.
but at the same time, you get a lot of heat illnesses in July, so it balances out.
Stroke.
Yep, heat stroke. Did someone say 102 degrees in Shippensburg this past summer?
Oh, that was horrible.
Oh, I think that was the closest I ever got to getting heat stroke.
I It was bad enough because of my asthma, but like I have enough trouble like doing outside stuff, but adding heat to it is just so much worse.
Yeah, for the people listening, whoever is listening to this at this point, You're a trooper. We're half an hour in, you're still listening. What a beast. Um, Nathaniel and I, we both played high school football, and this past summer we went to Shippensburg, Pennsylvania for a camp, and it was just hot every day we were there. Each day was hotter than the last. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh! And
that was accurate.
I remember the way the camp worked was you'd have 3 practices a day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the quote evening, which was still one. It still started at like 4 or 5 or
Yeah.
whatever, so it's still hot. Um, but oh my goodness gracious, the one day it was our afternoon practice, which starts at like 12:30 and goes to 3:30, so it's just brutal out there. It, I swear to God, that day, not a single cloud in the sky. The real temperature was like 98. I think it was feels like 103 or something like that.
Yeah, roughly.
And it was, oh my gosh. I still remember the team we were playing. I still remember going out to warm-ups. I still remember the heat. I still
Yeah, it'd be
remember.
be 7, 8 in the morning, and it would feel like 90 degrees,
Yeah,
and
you're
it's like,
right.
cool.
I
Like we
for,
would walk out of like our air conditioned like little dorm areas, and it would just hit us. It's like, oh,
it was, oh my goodness gracious. Someone's dog's going berserk.
that's mine. Sorry,
No, but
I let the Chinese food out.
oh, that was like that camp was so much fun, but it was brutal.
It,
And then
I would have liked it a lot more. Like I liked it obviously, but like I would have liked it a lot more if it wasn't 100 degrees every single day for that entire like weekend.
and then the only real relief we had from the heat was going to that little stream. So,
Yeah.
let me see if I can lay this out. So, the way the camp was laid out, there was like the dorm rooms, there was the fields, and then the other side of the fields, which were about, I don't know, give or take 200 yards, 300 yards from the dorm rooms. Uh, Behind the fields in the forest, there was a little creek that you could go into. And since this place was in the mountains, the water was really cold. I'd say probably about like 60, 55 degrees, give or take, Fahrenheit. I hope not Celsius. Um,
This would be dead.
it's 55 Kelvin. Um,
Oh.
no, but what was I gonna say? Um, so it was like a very well kept secret among our team, our football team. There was this little creek that you could go into, but specifically on that day, me and a couple of the other players on the team, and Nathaniel included, we tried to go to the creek, and there is the entire rival school just
Yeah.
sitting in the creek bed. And we're like, oh, we really want to go swim in the creek because we are so hot. Because that was the hottest day. But at the same time, we don't want to go and hang out with the kids in the rival school because they might, they might give us trouble. We don't like each other too much. I can't remember if we actually... No, we did go in the creek, but we had to walk upstream a little bit in order to get away from them. And the part we got into was just full of sticks and rocks, and was not a good time. It wasn't deep. Because the part they were in was the one, it was like 3 feet deep there. So they were all just like sitting down and chilling. And we had to
Yeah.
go and hike a little bit. And we didn't get a very good spot in the creek. But eventually they did move. But we didn't stay for too much longer anyway. It was still funny though. Just trying to cool down because it was just so blistering hot. And just so dry, and we wanted to cool down. We're blocked.
Shout out to our offensive lineman that kind of just like died.
What?
Trying to Nate Arnie.
What Arnie do?
How he was just like, oh my god, it's so hot, and you just like sit down for like an hour and just not move.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that shout out to him, honestly.
yeah. That reminds me, dude. The kids that wouldn't go to the creek, they just go back to the dorm room, and you just be so exhausted after all those practices, you'd lay on your bed and just not move for just like the longest time. I'd give anything to have it all back though.
It would be nice.
To go back and do it all over again, man.
Yeah.
Like go back like a year ago today, just start up the whole process again. Oh my goodness gracious, man.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I'd do it all over again. Anyway, I think we've been going for like 35 minutes. We can wrap this up if you guys don't want to talk about. If there's no real topics you guys have left to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, Jack's...
Bernie.
Oh God.
We're not talking about Bernie, man. We kind of talked about Bernie, but I don't know.
What do you mean? He's a puppet made by Vladimir Putin.
Oh yeah. Dude, that picture, that Photoshop job was interesting. I think I had the picture saved on my computer. If you want me to show it to you after the podcast.
Yeah, just show us.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how it is.
Yeah, because we showed it on the podcast last week, so there's no reason to go back into it. But it's good. It's a good one. Yeah, I'm not. There's nothing really to talk about Bernie right now. Bernie's just kind of chilling.
Chilling in second place.
Yeah, for right now. Jack, is there anything you really want to talk about, or should we wrap this up?
No.
Okay. With that, Nathaniel, I would like to thank you for joining Jack and I on this episode of the podcast, stepping as an emergency guest. the most part.
Emergency.
Yes,
Yeah.
we were going to have a
Really could
different
be like
guest
that.
on, but he canceled last minute, so Nathaniel is a goat. Hopped on last second because he's a beast. And
Yeah.
I want to thank you for joining us.
With my pleasure. Anytime.
Yep, you're welcome on literally whenever you want. Just ask us, and we will have you on whenever. Jack,
Alright.
Jack would like to do the outro.
No, I wouldn't.
Jack, you should do the outro.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave the call.
All right. Thank you everybody for watching, and we will maybe make another one. Actually, we have to make another one. But
True.
yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. All right, peace.